So lovely. This is the first video of the garden this year. Well, spring is springing. Look at this. A newcomer to the garden last year is this crabapple. And look how lovely. How beautiful. Just coming. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Very pretty, isn't it? Very, very pretty. Can't believe we're into April already. I've popped all kinds of things in here. There's a miner's merlot, euphorbia there, and there's some ligustrum there, and there's various bits in. I've got an osmanthus there, and all kinds of bits I've popped in. There's some berberis there and another berberis here. Lots of hardy geraniums, and I've put some sweet williams in over there. There's lots going on. Of course, there's roses everywhere. Still keeping my roses. But hopefully this is going to look good. Hopefully in a year or two, when it all fills out, it's going to look really nice. This is one of my Gillian de Feligons here, filling out beautifully. She's looking great. Here's another one here. So this bed has changed. This is now got roses in. Well, there's roses everywhere, isn't there? There's always going to be roses with me. Everywhere you look, there's roses. This camellia did well this year. This is Nuccio's Cameo, and last year I think I got 2 flowers on it. Anyway, this year it's settled down and I've had 100 flowers from it already. But some of them are going. I need to get in here and do some deadheading. But still lots of beautiful flowers on it that I've just not had time. But I'm very happy with the amount of flower I've had from this camellia this year. So all the roses seem to be doing great. Of course, Comte de Chambord looks fantastic, as does Sweet Honey. The clematis are all doing amazingly well this year. It's been so dry, just not had any rain, have we, here in the UK for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 now. But everybody's sort of coping. They're all doing well. There's some new roses gone in, which I can show you later on when they're in flower. At the moment, everybody's just hanging in. Olivia's doing great, and there's an Elizabeth there, Emma Bridgewater, and of course that's Desdemona over there. But everything's doing pretty good. That Pyrrhus is looking quite lovely as well, isn't it? And this is Ice for You. It's always the first one to flower in my garden. I don't know if it will be this year because I've got Olivia now, and I've heard that Olivia is pretty quick to flower every year, so we'll see if she does. A pot with Zephyrin Druin in and a clematis called Morning Heaven, and Morning Heaven is all the way up to the top of the fence and over. So Morning Heaven is very happy. It's doing great, and Zephyrin Druin looks pretty good as well. That's going to be in flower very soon. We are full of buds. Full. And here in the garden we have quite a bit of colour at the moment. Looking quite nice. Here we have Maid of Kent, and she's wending away up this arbour, as is this clematis, and this is a Jackmanii I popped in earlier on this year. And on this side I have the Star of India in here, and I think that is a ballerina in there. And here we have Strawberry Hill. Popped an obelisk in for Strawberry Hill, and I've wound her around this obelisk, so I'm hoping she's going to like that. So I've got Elaeagnus, and I've got some Canary Island ivies. I've got about 4 different Elaeagnus, and we've put some evergreens in, some conifers and various bits. That's Laguna that I planted down there. That's Madame Alfred Carrier. They're getting a big metal support like this. And there's more bulbs here. Lots of bulbs everywhere you look. Lots and lots of bulbs. But aren't they colourful? And some of these daffs smell amazing. Here we've got some lilies, and these are Winston Churchill. Smell very similar to cheerfulness. Oh, I wish you could smell it. Tell you what, you're going for that one and I'll go in for this one. Oh, it's so sweet. It's very much like a jasmine. It's stunning. These are just some who are those? Mount Everest, I think, anemones. And some more not cheerfulness, Winston Churchill here, along with a bee who's enjoying this cherry. Look at that. You have a chomp. Have I put you off? Sorry, did I put you off? I don't think she or he's very happy with me. Some more anemones there, look. And some more tulips, mascaras. And that grass there, I need to get that in. That is a Calamagrostis, and it's a Cal Forster. That's doing quite well. This Elatus is leafing out, looking happy. Aces. Some more planting. That's Portuguese laurel. Behind we have Going Green, Acer, and of course this is Trompenberg, all leafing out. Going Green just starting, but it has been planted this year, so that might be a bit slower. But Trompenberg looks quite happy. And here we have Yukigumo leafing out. And this is Orange Dream. And I shall move Yukigumo and Orange Dream around the front when they've had enough sun and it's starting to get a bit warm. But things are sort of growing around here. Put some Escalonias in there, some Buddleias, various things in there. I've got down here, I've got Camellia from Wales. My neighbour in Wales, Sean, let me have a cutting. I think he was surprised I was even interested in his camellia actually, but it's a beautiful pink camellia. So can I get a cutting of that? He says, help yourself. So I think he was quite impressed when he found out that they'd rooted. I'm not sure he's sort of into his garden much, but anyway, that's a beautiful camellia and I'm really chuffed to have it. So that's all the way from Wales. Just popped a few bits in here, some Aubrietia, and I've got some weeds as well because they keep popping up, don't they? So I need to come and sort the weeds out. But yeah, it's sort of coming on, isn't it? It's looking all right. Spring is definitely springing. It's springing up everywhere. It's pretty good. Who have I put in there? Oh yeah, Crazy For You, I moved that. And that's who's that? Ballerina. Oh, and I moved Blue Moon. That's here, and that's going to climb into this viburnum. You've seen the cherry tree. That's looking pretty. And more tulips and mascaras here. They're all looking bright and colourful, aren't they? Don't they look pretty? I think, who's that? Chandos Beauty in there, and Champagne Moment, I think there. That is Chantal Thomas, and I think that might be, I dug that up recently. Special anniversary, I think. Yep. And of course this is Donation. Need to come and deadhead her, but she's still got lots and lots of buds on her. She's been in flower for a month. Just absolutely stunning. She's been beautiful. Every morning, look out, make your coffee in the morning, look out of the kitchen window, and there's Donation. looking stunning, absolutely stunning. The azaleas are just starting. Aren't they lovely? They look beautiful, don't they? Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good. Of course, Ghislaine over there, she's dominating the garden as she does. She's not shy in retiring, is she? That's Giardina in there with a couple of clematis I've popped in. And in here we've got, I think that's Crazy in Love there. It was on the fence, but I've moved it, and it's in with a Comtesse de Bouchard, Polish Spirit, and then a couple of roses. I've put sea foam in there, and I'm not sure what the other one is. Oh, Pastella's in there as well. New Dawn, and another Comtesse de Bouchard here. Of course, Ballerina there. Lots of clematis, also Nike, pink champagne. I put some new things in here. I put hydrangea in there, and phlox and alströmerias and all kinds of stuff. Nelly Moser over there along with Selena, and I think who have we got over there? Mrs. Chumley, and I think we might have Prince Charles as well climbing up the cherry tree, which is just starting. The blossoms, you can just see them. The laurel is flowering. These denticulatas are pretty, aren't they? Got those from Dave last year. He came over with some for me, and then I ended up buying some more, and then he saw some more when he was out at the nursery and said, do you want some more? I said, yes please, get me some more. So I have them all over the garden now. They're absolutely pretty, aren't they? Stunning little denticulatas, they're gorgeous. This is hellebore. Stunning. Love the hellebores. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that flower. They really are bonny, aren't they? So pretty. Do like the hellebores. I need to buy some more. These are so pretty too. They're lovely. Look at those. Aren't they stunning? Lots of forget-me-nots all over the garden. Second Suggy, he's looking happy. Love the new colour that he gets. He's been lovely all winter. Really nice interest from Second Suggy. Really enjoy having him. More roses here. Here we have the Lark Ascending, and we have Crazy in Love over there, and another Ghislaine over here. And over here we have Strawberry Hill, and on the fence we have Railway Rambler, which is doing great all the way along. Like, I think I've trained it along there 3 times each way, so that should get plenty of laterals breaking. And here we have, right up at the top there, reaching for the sky, is Etoile Violette, which I need to keep tying in. Every other day I'm out here tying in, and I need to come and do some more of that. I must have missed that last time I was tying, because it's up and off, isn't it, that one? But it seems quite happy on that Cotoneaster, doesn't it? This is a Philadelphus. This is virginal, and it's just leafing out now. Behind that we have another Ghislaine, and a Buddleia, and an Escallonia. Lots of perennials in here, alströmerias, and there's astrantias, and lots of nepeta, and we have hardy geraniums. Lots of things. Here's Emily Bronte, some more nepeta there, Summer Magic, and another rose. I did think it was Pink Iceberg, but it's not. No idea who that is. And there's various phlox and things. I think that's Laura there. That's another Bouquet Parfait. Some geums, and some more nepeta, hardy geraniums, phlox, and over there we've got polemoniums, Blue Angel, and there's another clematis over there. I think it might be an Étoile Violette. I think it was supposed to be a Prince Charles, but when it flowered it wasn't, so not sure about that. This is Colette here, which is doing really well with, I think, Étoile Violette there, and then Tsukiko up behind in the back there, and that is Chevalier just coming up there. And here we have Ernest Markham, and I think that is an Alba. It's is it a Viticella? I think it's an Alba Luxurians, that. And then we have Madame Julia Coravon here, and then at the end there I think we have a Purpurea plena elegans. More roses, more clematis. It's pretty standard. More roses, more clematis, more roses, more clematis. And Louie's little garden, more denticulatas in here. They're pretty, aren't they? They're just coming. Lots of forget-me-nots. And his planter has got this dwarf rhodie in that I got him last year, and it's just started flowering, so I thought I'd pop that in. It's a year ago exactly today since we lost Louie, and I've been and seen him today and had a little coffee. We sat here with him, changed his little planter out and put this dwarf rhodie in for him. And he's got lots of things that I keep planting, lots of things. He's got anemones and he's got clematis in here. And at the back of Louie's planter I've got clematis and apple blossom, and I've also popped this one in, which is Niobe, just to climb up here. And in here we have summer wine, rose, and this is a bottomless pot, and it's in with a clematis called Assau. I was going to put Aotearoa in here, but I think I've popped that somewhere else, but I honestly can't remember where I've put it. I plant so many things. These bricks are going. This is all going to get planted. I've got some roses to go in here. I've bought what did I buy? Peach, Melba, and I think I bought Compassion. I'm going to put some other things down here. So all these are going, and this will get dug out, and they're still to do. They're on the to-do list like everything else. I think we do have animals in the field, but I think they're right down at the bottom, so I can't actually show you the animals today. And of course this is Leicesteria, which is Himalayan honeysuckle. Can't remember who that is. I think that might be Eustacia Vi, actually. Yeah, I think it is. And various other bits I've popped in here. I've put hardy geraniums in, and Nepetas and phlox and all kinds of things. This is rural England in with, I think it's Vivian Pennell. This of course is England's rose, looking stunning, beautiful. That's Mum in a Million over there, leafing out, looking good. Here we have Jacques Cartier, looking amazing. There's a Lavatera there doing its thing, and that's Diana's Delight there. Lots of clematis. That will be our Beth, and there's a Daphne there, Eternal Fragrance, flowering. You can actually smell it. Don't know, that's an unknown rose. It's pink. I don't know who it is. And there's a nice Euphorbia there, some more hardy geranium, and then this at the end here is Irene Watts with more clematis, of course. There's Ooh La La, there's Nignon, Climbing Fairy, I think, isn't it? And that's in with Arabella, and there might be somebody else in there. Oh yeah, I think it's Ville de Leon that's in there. And here we have this beautiful, gorgeous apple blossom clematis. Isn't it stunning? And the fragrance, oh, go in there and I'll have a sniff here. Oh, so sweet, absolutely, like a vanilla-y, sugary vanilla. It's just beautiful, absolutely stunning, really lovely. Lots of growth, as you can see up there in the sky. Lots of growth. Lots of roses and clematis here to plant, as always. That's Delta Sarah. Boogie's still with me. And she's just starting to flower, look. Well, it's not a flower, it's a bract, but you know what I mean. She's just pinking up. So Boogie is alive and well. She's spent the winter in the sunroom and she's coming out for the day and going back in the sunroom on an evening. And fingers crossed so far, no hissy fits. No hissy fits at all. More clematis here, that's Gyrenus. And over there we've got Carnaby climbing up there. They're all to plant. Oh, lots to plant. And that's another hydrangea. I think black diamond. Some begonias I kept over from winter. Just letting them air out today. They'll be going back in tonight. The roses are doing quite well. Everything's leafing out lovely. Aloha, that's always a little bit slower. More clematis here. We've got Guiding Promise there, and on this side I think we've got Multi Blue, and I don't know if that's Pink Fantasy down there, but Multi Blue is all the way up there and over there. And this is in here, I think we've got HF Young and Hagley Hybrid, and we've got Honeysuckle in there, and they are in with Climbing Bonica, New Rose, lots of hardy geraniums that I've popped in here, and that's Ceanothus. Of course, this is a viburnum, that is French White, and more roses. I'm not quite sure who that is. That would be, let me have a look. Oh, Porcelain Parfumer. That's who that is. That was a gift. Beautiful gift. Wonderful surprise from the lovely JJ. Anyway, that's Porcelain Parfumer. I kept her in a pot last year because she was new from JJ, and she's gone in during dormant season this year, so she seems to be liking her new position. And then more Monopeta, and there's more hardy geranium. Oh, and this is Aotearoa here. I was wondering what I'd done with Aotearoa, but it's here. Aotearoa is here, and it's in with Parisienne, and I think that's Strawberry Hill. More roses, more roses. Elizabeth. And lots of things in here. Clematis, there's who's that? Honeysuckle, Gold Flame, and there's John Paul II clematis there. And these are all dahlias here. All dahlias that I have in my sunroom over the night time and bring them all out during the day to harden them off. And these are all pelargoniums here. They get the same treatment. They live in the sunroom during the evening, and they come out here during the day and get hardened off. So I've got dahlias everywhere. Dahlias as far as the eye can see. Dahlias. And tuberous begonias. Tuberous begonias, dahlias, pelargoniums. Living with me must be a nightmare, because I've taken up at least half the sunroom with my overwintering. Another clematis in there, look. Sunset, another rose there. Oh, it is a bit mad, isn't it? Can you imagine my sunroom? It's full of this lot all night. But what a beautiful garden we have. What colour we have in our garden. We wouldn't have this much colour in my garden, would we? If I didn't do this, if I wasn't a complete maniac. More clematis. We have a macropetala and a Markham's pink here. Look at this. How bonny. Just how bonny are we? How pretty. New to me this year, so only babies. So the display next year will be a lot more, but they're only babies. I only got them this year, but I'm very happy with them. Stunning, aren't they? More clematis, of course. Who's in here? Nubia's in there. Who's in there? Acropolis is in here. Full of bud, as you can see. These are Raymond Everson. And more of these, of course. Tulips, more roses. That's Laguna. Another azalea, and then another azalea, and another Montana. This is Elizabeth, full of bud, looking absolutely stunning. What can you do? Another azalea, more roses. This is a Lady Gardener. Lots going on here, lots. Jasmina over there. Anemones popping up. Of course, Ghislaine in all her glory, with a stunning honeysuckle. I think that's either Gold Flame or is it New World or something. Anyway, it's stunning, isn't it? In here we have Peachy. I've planted more hardy geraniums. There's a little Robbie there. Robbie and a blackbird. They're always in Louie's garden. We put the feeder here and he's just constantly got little friends bobbing about and hopping around and singing. And Robbie comes to see me. He loves when I dig, absolutely loves, but then he eats all my worms, and I like my worms. But he eats all my worms. But he's so tame, he's so lovely. And the blackbirds are as well, but really enjoy the birds in the garden. Lots more going on here. Lots more flowers. And this is Louie's quince that we bought for him last year. Look at that. Isn't it bonny? It really is lovely. I really like this quince. And it's lovely. I really do like that. It's such a pretty thing. Look at those flowers. Aren't they delicate? They're just so pretty. Really bonny, aren't they? More roses. Here's another Laguna. More azaleas and a rhodie there. More mascaras. And that's camellia. That's a shishikashira. It's a hymalus. And these have been lovely. We've had lots of bulbs that they've gone over now. Oh, look at this bee. Garden full of these buzzy bees. And the soapwort's starting to flower. There's lots of that around the garden. Nice to see that flowering. Spring is definitely coming when soapwort starts flowering. Quite cute. Need to put some more herbs in here. Oh, and I've had to patch this up because the birds have been stealing it for their nest. So my my basket liner has got a big patch missing, so I've had to use part of I think it's a compost bag actually that I just folded over just to stop the soil falling out. Naughty birds. But you can see, can't you, why they would like that. It looks like good nesting material, and believe me, it is. And this is a Montana. This is Elizabeth, about to burst out into flower. Well, I think I've done a comprehensive look round there, and there's still lots to do, still lots to plant, still lots to enjoy. We've got an arbour to paint here. This needs a revamp. We've got lots to do. I'm looking forward to doing it. And just keep going. I'm out here every day. Rain, wind, shine. I'm here. Digging in the dirt, as they say. Lily's coming, look. Anyway, I think that is probably a good look round and catch up, and the first garden video of the year, and hopefully there'll be a lot more to come. But it's all starting, isn't it? And we're so very, very dry. I don't know, we're going to get some rain. I don't know. It's parched everywhere and I'm out of water in my water butt, so I'm having to use tap water. Greenhouse, of course, is packed, as you'd expect with me, always is. Doesn't matter what month it is, my greenhouse you can't get in. There's sweet peas, there's cosmos, there's evergreens, there's roses, there's cuttings of everything. And of course there's 30 tomato plants, and there's half a dozen cucumbers, clematis cuttings everywhere. And everything you see in here pretty much is a cutting, or seeds. Antirrhinums, nicotianas, oh god, there's everything, flocks of sheep. And that's clary sage. Oh, there's seeds as far as you can see. They come in the house on an evening. I've done these for my mother-in-law. These are nasturtiums I'm going to put in a basket for her because she loves her nasturtiums. More candy tuft there, and I think they're labateras. And I think I've got some lobelia in there, and there's lobelia in there, and I think that's linaria, and there's some dwarf larkspur there. Oh, it goes on and on. I think that's a pretty good a good look round. I think you've seen it all, and I don't know what I can leave you with other than I'll leave you with, as it's a year since we lost Louie, I'll leave you with Louie's Roadie.